Hello, 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 what ho? Welcome back to another exciting adventure of Piensas de Viejo. I'm your host, Travieso Finley. Soy un travieso. I'm a troublemaker, baby. So why don't you spank me? All right, I've got the good news of the gospel. Okay, you ready for this? I have got the good news of the gospel because I've got the joy down in my heart. Donde? Down in my heart. Donde? I'm in love. I'm in love with something that happened 40 years ago, and her name is Rickie Lee Jones. And I knew about Rickie Lee on the periphery as a pre-adolescent. I knew her song, Chucky's in Love, Chucky's in Love. So I had heard that and I heard her name, but I didn't like the song Chucky's in Love, right? It was too poppy and I was old into Fleetwood Mac and Kansas and whatever. And so I didn't like it. Okay, so now 40 years go by. 40 plus years. And I'm watching NickNLex. And if I haven't done it already, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to put a shout out to them up on this channel. I've already done it on my other two channels, but anyway, NickNLex are, I don't know if they're married, but they're lovers. And they absolutely adore each other, love each other. And let's see, and they love music. And they started out reacting to, I think, Steely Dan. Although now I'm remembering that they just talked about it the other day, and I don't think it was Steely Dan, it was another artist. Anyway, they've just been hitting it out of the ballpark with the content. They're so funny. I love their introductions. So NickNLex, Nick does marathons. So people can buy his time and contribute to his time to react to music that they love and that they hope he loves. And so Rickie Lee Jones was in a compilation of 5 Degrees to Steely Dan because every song had a tie back to Steely Dan. Anyway, I hear this song by Rickie Lee called Pirates, and my mouth is on the floor. I'm like wetting my pants. Like, what is happening right now? I'm listening to this siren, this melodic, ethereal subliminity. Oh my God, I'm serious. Like, I was blown away. Her lyricism reminds me of Bruce Springsteen. Her delivery reminds me of Bruce Springsteen. Her delivery reminds me of Sheryl Crow. And this is what Nick made a comment on too. But exactly, the first time I'm listening to it, I'm like, man, she sounds like, I'm like, who's that girl from the 90s? All I wanna do is have some. I said, Sheryl Crow. She sounds like Sheryl Crow, right? So Nick said, yeah, she sounds like Sheryl Crow. Anyway, but musically also, it reminded me of Van Morrison a bit, and another lyricist, Bob Dylan maybe, but I've never really listened to Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan to me, is like Johnny Cash. I have no ultimate respect for them. That's kind of harsh for the crack Bob Dylan. But I just never liked his music style, maybe. the "Hey, everybody must get stoned." You know, I mean, he's a beautiful lyricist, I'm sure, and a poet, yes. But anyway, his delivery, I just never got it. So don't kill me for that. Here in the state of Maryland, it is the law that you have to stop to let a pedestrian cross the street. Okay, so back to Rickie Lee. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful angelic voice. So pristine, so rich. It's like Aquafina. It's like, what's the word? Aqua Viva. That would be the water of life, you know, whatever. Oh my gosh. And then I went and listened to the album that it was on. Every song was amazing. Just complete storytelling. It's not fluff, right? And the composition is so complex. That's why it's like Bruce Springsteen, because he's using all of these different instruments and layers. And yeah, I'm just in love with Rickie Lee Jones. Absolutely in love. Then I found out she just released another album yesteryear. And oh man, I got so much catching up on, man. I'm gonna be listening like her whole discography. I'm gonna be listening to that. Gorgeous, beautiful, just crazy beautiful. Have I said that enough? Rickie Lee Jones, I worship you. I attribute to you that which is your due. You are worthy of adulation and commemoration. Absolutely. And the song, the album that I listened to, she sounds impeccable. Crazy good. So that's all I know about Rickie Lee. Except I did see somebody make a comment that she was on SNL back in the late 70s, so that would be interesting to fish that up. Because she just sounds cute as a button. Aren't you just cute as a button? All right. I'm going to wrap this episode up. Thanks so much for hanging out with Travieso Viejo on Piensas de Viejo. I've been your host, Travis the Troublemaker Finley. Until next time.